People always ask me, Mark, why do I need an estate plan? And quite frankly, people who have families and houses and children and that sort of thing, those are people in the state of California who need an estate plan. And why? Well, because you have stuff and you have people you care about, right? And you want them taken care of in case you're not there. And in the state of California, we have basically a program that we basically put in place to make sure that you avoid what's called probate court. Because probate court is a very, very difficult situation. It's very expensive, it takes a lot of time, and it causes a lot of stress for those people who are involved. And those are usually the beneficiaries, and that in your case usually means your family. And you don't want to have a lot of unnecessary stress on your family if you pass. Now, what are the essentials of an estate plan? Well, the essentials are usually what we call a pour-over will, and the will is basically designed to capture everything that's not in a trust and pour it over into the trust when you pass. And then, of course, everybody asks, well, what's the trust for? Well, the trust for is basically a device that we've developed over the years to essentially keep all of your stuff in a nice, tight little box so that essentially everybody can find it and everybody can deal with it after you pass. And importantly, the trust makes sure you don't have to go through probate court. And that's the important part. You want to stay out of there because of the expense and the stress and, of course, the delay. The other part of a trust is that it usually organizes everything nicely so you can find it. And that's one of the hallmarks of what I do, is I try to make sure everything, the accounts, the properties and everything are right there so that somebody who just walks in and looks at it can say, oh, that's where it is. Okay, I can deal with that. That makes it a lot easier. The other part of an estate plan is you want to have a healthcare power of attorney. Everybody knows about those. They're usually called living wills. And an important part of that is usually the pull the plug declaration and other things that go along with that. That's very important to have. You don't want to be in a situation where somebody else is trying to make decisions about how you should be handled when you're not conscious, right? And where there's a very important decision as to whether or not life-giving care should continue or not. You don't want to have that gray area because that results in all kinds of litigation and, again, stress for your family members. You don't want that. And finally, there's a financial power of attorney. Financial power of attorney is important because so many people are getting older these days, and a lot of them start to take on what they call characteristics of dementia and even Alzheimer's. And when people don't have their faculties about them anymore, they do all kinds of strange things like not pay their bills, right, and not to attend to their bank accounts. And when that happens, somebody needs to be able to step in and take care of that. And that's what the financial power of attorney is for. Somebody can step in and take care of those items, even though the person is still alive. It's just that they can't handle those matters anymore. So those are really the elements of an estate plan that we put together for individuals. We do it for couples and we do it for individuals, and we do both on a flat fee basis. And that's what separates us from a lot of other attorneys, a lot of other law firms. We make sure that it's very certain, right, what you're going to be paying, right, for what you're going to get in terms of an estate plan. You don't have to worry about huge cost overruns or basically all kinds of extra fees and stuff being added on. That's kind of important to our clients. They really appreciate that, and we try to meet their expectations.